...2025 is shaping up to be a real treat for anyone who loves great TV. I put together my list of the top 10 must-see shows premiering this month, and honestly, this lineup has me more excited than ever. We've got everything: action, gripping drama, dark sci-fi horror, fantasy adventures, and even some gorgeous animation. So let's not waste any more time. Here are my picks for the 10 most anticipated shows of May 2025. Number 10, Bet 2025.
Good game, Marianne.
Have a nice summer.
Starting off the list is Bet, a brand new psychological thriller that puts a dark, stylish spin on the world of high-stakes gambling. But here's the twist. It's all set inside an elite boarding school. The story centers on Yumiko, a transfer student from Japan, whose razor-sharp gambling skills completely shake up the school's carefully controlled hierarchy. She goes straight after the all-powerful student council, exposing corruption and manipulation, while chasing a personal vendetta that could flip the entire system upside down. What makes this so gripping is the mind games. Every opponent Yumiko faces has their own tricks, secrets, and strategies, and watching her outsmart them is seriously addictive. She's bold, fearless, and has this uncanny ability to read people, which makes her both admired and feared by everyone around her. I've gotta say, the tension here feels electric. It's not just about winning or losing a game, it's about power, survival, and unmasking the lies hiding behind that perfect school facade. So if you enjoyed shows like Kakegurui or just love a good psychological battle, that might be your next obsession. Number 9, The Eternaut. We've got The Eternaut, a haunting sci-fi thriller that drops us right into a frozen apocalypse in Buenos Aires. It all starts when a mysterious snowfall begins blanketing the city. But this isn't your normal winter storm. Every single flake is lethal, wiping out anyone it touches. Ordinary life collapses in an instant, and suddenly, an everyday man named Juan Salvo finds himself at the center of an alien invasion. What I love about this setup is how human it feels. Juan isn't a soldier, he's not a scientist, he's just a regular guy, forced to step up when survival is the only option. Alongside a handful of survivors, he faces not only the deadly snow, but also terrifying, unseen alien forces pulling the strings. As Juan is pushed into a leadership role, he's forced to make heartbreaking choices, protecting his loved ones while carrying the weight of humanity's last hope. From what I've seen so far, this series balances action, suspense, and some really big existential questions. Number 8, The Librarians, The Next Chapter 2025.
To save the world, you'll need my help. Nice to meet you, Librarian.
In at number 8, The Librarians, The Next Chapter brings back that whimsical blend of adventure, magic, and mystery that fans have loved for years, but this time with a brand new team stepping into the spotlight. Now, this fresh group of scholars and explorers has one massive responsibility: protecting the world's most powerful artifacts before they fall into the wrong hands. What makes this universe so much fun is how it mixes history with magic, almost like Indiana Jones, but with a supernatural twist. In this new chapter, the Librarians face resurfacing ancient threats, secret societies, hidden realms, all while solving cryptic puzzles that unlock even bigger mysteries. For me, The Librarians has always been one of those comfort shows, the kind where you get action, humor, and a touch of fantasy all rolled into one. And with this reboot, it feels like we're getting that same charm, but with fresh energy to keep things exciting. If you're a fan of magical artifacts, ancient riddles, and globe-trotting adventures, this one's gonna be a must-watch. Number 7, Murderbot 2025.
Run!
And honestly, this one has me really intrigued. Based on Martha Wells' award-winning series, it drops us into a future where massive corporations pretty much own space exploration. In the middle of all that control and chaos is our unlikely lead, a rogue security android that calls itself Murderbot. Yeah, not exactly the friendliest name. But hear me out, after hacking its own governor module, Murderbot suddenly has free will, and instead of becoming some unstoppable killing machine, what does it want to do? Sit back and binge entertainment feeds. Relatable, right? But of course, the universe has other plans. What really sets Murderbot apart is how it balances action-packed space adventures with these deeper, thoughtful questions about identity and freedom. Murderbot would rather avoid humans altogether, but it can't help forming bonds, especially with Dr. Mensa, who sees it as more than just a machine. For me, this feels like the perfect blend of sharp sci-fi, sarcastic humor, and surprising heart. If you love the snark of The Expanse but wanted it told through the eyes of a socially awkward android, Murderbot might just be your next obsession. Number 6, Duster 2025.
Newman.
Sliding into number 6, we've got Duster, a gritty action crime thriller that takes us straight into the dusty roads of the 1970s American Southwest. Now, if you're into high-octane chases, morally gray characters, and a whole lot of grit, this one's definitely gonna grab you. The story follows a reckless getaway driver with nerves of steel and a knack for escaping the impossible. But it's not just about burning rubber. No, he gets pulled deeper and deeper into the world of organized crime. And as the syndicates grow and the betrayals start stacking up, every single decision feels like it could be his last. What I love about this premise is that it's not just fast cars and explosions, though trust me, there's plenty of that. It's also about loyalty, survival, and just how far someone's willing to go when the walls close in. With law enforcement breathing down his neck and rival gangs circling, you can bet this is gonna be one very tense ride. Honestly, Duster feels like the perfect mix of Baby Driver's adrenaline and the raw old school crime drama vibes of Breaking Bad. Definitely one I'll be keeping an eye on. Number 5, The Walking Dead, Dead City 2023.
I'm not playing the games.
Amy.
Kicking off at number 5, we've got The Walking Dead, Dead City. Now, when I first heard they were bringing the franchise to Manhattan, I thought, really? After everything, you want to go back there? But honestly, this spin-off delivers a fresh, gritty man that really makes us stand out. This story throws us right into a crumbling New York City. Skyscrapers in ruins, streets crawling with walkers, and human factions just as deadly as the undead. At the center are two characters we know all too well, Maggie and Negan. And here's a twist. The two of them are forced into an uneasy alliance when Maggie's son is kidnapped. After everything these two have been through, having to rely on each other adds a whole new much of suspense. What I really enjoy here is how Dead City takes the survival horror we know from the main series, but flips the environment. Instead of just the rural, small towns, we're dealing with the claustrophobic and decayed streets of Manhattan. It's what a fresh backdrop. What legal not to go kind of not so nice. I read duties. Okay, we're gonna have in the prison. Remember, I'm the prison. You that reader in the name. The name on the boss. Never appear. This spin-off feels like a much-needed jolt of energy to the franchise. Darkness, fashion, and ever more unpredictable. If you thought you were done with The Walking Dead, number 4, Poker Face, 2023.
Don't mean that, but flattered nonetheless.
Coming in at number 4, we've got Poker Face, and let me tell you, this show hooked me right from the very first episode. Starring Natasha Lyonne as Charlie Cale, the series puts a clever spin on the classic detective format. Charlie's got this uncanny ability to know instantly when someone's lying, a gift that makes her both incredibly sharp and, well, constantly in trouble. The setup? Brilliant. She's on the run from a powerful casino boss, hitting the road across America and landing in a new town each episode. And wherever she goes, trouble seems to follow. Or maybe she just can't resist getting involved. What I personally love about Poker Face is how it balances that old school case of the week vibe with Natasha Lyonne's quirky charm and razor-sharp dialogue. It's got that nostalgic detective energy, but with a modern edge that makes it stand out from anything else on TV right now. If you're a mystery fan, this one's an absolute gem. Clever, stylish, and just plain fun to watch. Number 3, Love, Death, and Robots, 2019. At number 3, we have Love, Death, and Robots, and honestly, this series is one of the boldest experiments Netflix has ever pulled off. It's an animated anthology, but don't let the word animated fool you. This is strictly grown-up storytelling at its finest. Each episode is a standalone short film with its own unique animation style, ranging from hyper-realistic CGI to beautifully stylized 2D art. What makes it so special is the sheer variety of stories it tells. One episode might throw you into a dystopian future where AI rules everything. The next, you're laughing at the absurdity of a sentient yogurt plotting world domination, and before you've even recovered, you're on the edge of your seat with a terrifying deep space survival horror. You never quite know what you're going to get, and that unpredictability is half the fun. Personally, what I love most about Love, Death, and Robots is that it doesn't just entertain, it challenges you. It asks those big what-if questions about technology, humanity, and the universe, but it does so in bite-sized, visually stunning packages that you can binge, or savor one at a time. Number 2, Rick and Morty, 2013. Sliding into second place is none other than Rick and Morty, the sci-fi comedy juggernaut that completely flipped the genre on its head. On the surface, it's about Rick Sanchez, a brilliant but self-destructive alcoholic scientist, and his awkward, well-meaning grandson Morty. But let's be real, this show is anything but simple. Each episode throws you straight into chaos. Interdimensional travel, alien wars, time loops, cloning gone wrong, you name it. Rick has probably built some half-baked gadget for it. Meanwhile, Morty just wants a normal life, but instead, he's dragged headfirst into cosmic disasters that swing from ridiculously funny to disturbingly thought-provoking. What makes Rick and Morty so brilliant is how it blends absurd, laugh-out-loud humor with surprisingly deep philosophical questions. One minute you're cracking up over a talking pickle, and the next you're pondering the meaning of free will, identity, or even the futility of existence. For me, this is a show that nails both sides of the spectrum. It's wildly entertaining, but it also sneaks in those moments that stick with you long after the credits roll. That balance of outrageous comedy and existential dread is exactly why it's become a cultural phenomenon. Honorable mentions. First up, Overcompensating, 2025. This one's a comedy that follows Benny, a college football player struggling to come to terms with his sexuality. To mask his insecurities, he overcompensates in hilarious and sometimes painfully relatable ways. Created by Benito Skinner, it's not just about laughs, it's a heartfelt journey into identity, self-acceptance, and growth. Honestly, I think this one could strike a really powerful balance between comedy and emotion. Next, we've got The Four Seasons, 2025. This drama takes a quieter, more emotional approach, following 4 different people as their lives unfold across the seasons. It's about relationships, change, and resilience, the kind of storytelling that sneaks up on you and makes you reflect. Personally, I'm a sucker for shows that use time as a storytelling device, so this one has me curious. And of course, Star Wars Tales of the Underworld. I mean, who doesn't get excited when a new Star Wars project drops? This one looks like it's going to explore the grittier side of the galaxy. Bounty hunters, smugglers, crime syndicates, all those shady corners we don't usually see. If you've ever wanted a darker, more grounded look at the Star Wars universe, this could be the one to watch. Number 1, Criminal Minds 2005. Taking the top spot, we've got none other than Criminal Minds. This iconic procedural has been keeping viewers hooked since way back in 2005. And honestly, it's easy to see why. The show centers on the FBI's Elite Behavioral Analysis Unit, the BAU. A team of some of the sharpest minds in the Bureau, working together to profile and track down some of the most dangerous criminals out there. What makes it so compelling is how each case digs deep into the psychology, not just of the criminals, but also of the investigators themselves. From chilling serial killers to high-stakes kidnappings, the team is constantly racing against time, piecing together patterns and motives before the next tragedy strikes. And it's not just about the crimes. Criminal Minds gives us layered, evolving character arcs that show the real toll this kind of work takes on the people doing it. That balance of intense investigations and deeply human storytelling is exactly why Criminal Minds has stood the test of time. For me, it's the kind of series that pulls you in with the suspense, but keeps you coming back because you care about the people behind the cases. If you enjoyed these new TV series recommendations, don't stop here. Check out our previous episodes where we've covered even more hidden gems worth binging. And hey, don't keep the list to yourself. Share it with your friends who are always hunting for their next great show. Most importantly, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you'll never miss our latest picks for the best new TV shows and films. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, happy binge watching.